Previously on Terraquaman. Welcome to part 2 of Project Leo 2.0.
Okay, so the lights finally arrived. Arcadia 160 watts heat and basking light. This is the dome. Oh, they gave me some candy. Pepins cherry, Pepins apple, Pepins blueberry. This is the new Luminize app-controlled lighting from Arcadia, a smart LED bar that you can connect to your phone. I'm sorry I have a bit of a cold today, but you know, the show must go on. Wow. This is the UVB basking heat lamp. It's a mercury vapor D3 basking lamp, 160 watt, UVA, UVB and IR. This is just a simple dome for it. Switch, boom. So now that the lights are installed, I want to install this substrate divider. Basically what I want to do is I want to wedge it in between here. Right here will become the land area and this will be all water. I got this idea from a guy called Just Travis. I think he had the exact same enclosure. It's actually where I got the idea of getting this enclosure, but he did it for a rainbow boa. Basically, first thing I need to do is to clean where I want to put the glass with some alcohol.
I then put some tape on each side of the glass and applied the silicone.
Let's go. Or I should have smoothened the silicone first. This won't be visible anyway.
I then applied even more silicone to really make sure that it stays in place.
See you in 24 hours.
It's been about a few days now and the silicone has had time to cure. So now I need to test it with water and see if it holds. To make sure that there was no leaks, I left it like this overnight and then I drained it back down. Huh, it worked! With the divider in place, I could now add the substrate, which is a mix of cocoa fiber, organic topsoil and some dried moss. But first let's add the drainage layer and the wheat fabric. Now it's time to go to the woods and forage for some hardscape.
This tree is already fallen and I would like to have this branch. Let me see if I can do this.
Walking back to the car, I found this majestic piece. I'm taking this. Further down the road, I found another one. This piece was way too long, so I had to shorten it a bit.
I really like the placement of this wood, but I would want this part to come closer to the background. So I'm going to cut a little portion of this little cork bark so that I could fit it closer to the background. Better. Now that we got the substrate in place, I'm gonna add these oak leaves. And to sterilize them, I've boiled them for about an hour and then I let them cool down overnight. I'm gonna add them to the mix. Now we're one step closer to completion, that's a word. The first piece we're going to add to the tank are Porcellinides prunisus, orange dalmatine. These are isopods. Anyway, I'm gonna add them right here. And straight away they went to hiding. Next up we have some Yukiyanura Eucyanura aporuroides. Orange springtails.
I also added some normal springtails. These little beasts will all help to keep everything nice and tidy. With the cleanup crew installed, I could now build the water feature. I started by cutting a few pieces of XPS foam.
First piece. Like a glove. Now I need another piece to cover the background. This is what I have at the moment. I put one piece here and one piece here.
I covered the whole back with plastic foil and then covered the whole structure with expanding foam.
It's now the next day. The foam has fully expanded and it's fully cured now. The next step would be to remove all this plastic. I think I can just... Oh yes. I could just lift out the whole structure if I wanted to. This is not fully cured. I guess I have to wait. While we wait for that, I want to go out in the garden and check on a piece of wood that I've been soaking. So. Let's see. See, you can see the little piece of wood sticking out there. Let's go. I need it today, I can't wait. Yes.
Great success!
So it's now the next day. I have the whole structure out here. As you can see here, it's all fully cured. And if I put it in here, it fits like a glove. What if I create like different kinds of waterfalls here? Like one pump here that is connected to tubes that goes into here, here and here. So I have like 3 waterfalls coming down here. That would be super cool. Alright, so it's a new day and I'm extremely happy about the result. I bought a new plant that I wanted to fit in here, but it's too big. So I had the idea of removing the pot, removing the soil and sort of drill a hole here. I can put it through that hole and the roots go down and they stay in the water hydroponically because I really want like a big plant here to give it that jungle vibe. That's one thing I want to do today. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna let you out. I have to go and let the cat out. You can view it from here. Looks very good. It's gonna be super nice when it's done. Let me just see. There's the cat. Yeah, you know. Look, it's a lot of snow outside and he just loves being out in the snow. Okay, so we're just gonna take it out of the pot like this and remove the soil. Now we can just separate them. We have some medium, we have some large, we have some small. Let's go inside. Okay, so now we're gonna wash off all the dirt one by one like this. So we're gonna drill a few holes here. I think I want it right here. Okay, I need to get the dust sucker out. Okay, let's flip it around and let's try it. I just need to clean the hole a bit, but I want to see how it would look if I just take a bunch like this. What do you think? One here as well? You know, what do you think? Should we have one here and one here? You like it? I like it too. Let's just do it. Let's not think. Let me grab my sashimi knife for this. There we go. Madre de Dios. I mean, look at that. That looks... I have to come around and see.
After fooling around, I made a big hole for the pump.
I have a new plan. Take this tubing, connect it to the pump, so the water trickles down there, and make a few holes in the hose, and then water could trickle down like that. The pump is here, right? Pumps up water. I'll make one hole here, so it trickles down here. One hole here, one here, one here, and one here. First thing I'm gonna do is to plug this end. Oh, he's eating my plant. There, jump down. If you do it, you're not getting more food if you... Stay there. Så, vad är det för fel på dig? I've put everything in place now in the tank. I want to fill it up with water and test it. Let's see if it works. Oh, it works! Obviously, I'm gonna put some moss here, so the trickle will be like that. Oh, that's gonna look so good. And look at that one going rogue, taking that path instead of the righteous path. It's like collecting a little pool here, meaning that I could have aquatic plants here with some soil, everything covered with moss, roots coming down here. Oh, this is the best idea I've had ever, man. Not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 waterfalls. Booyah! Kashala waka! So the thing I need to do now is to like put silicone all along it here so it really stays in place. So I went ahead and I did some things off camera here. I secured the tube with some silicone, and I also secured the whole structure with silicone underneath it. And then I clogged the holes with some filter floss, and I can't believe how good this looks. The plan for today is to suck out the water again, and we're gonna add the substrate, fill it up with water. The substrate I've chosen is this burnt clay. It has high porosity, which is good for beneficial bacteria. It acts like a big biological filter. I think this will go well, especially with the background. Start by adding it around the corner like this. And push it inside here. Definitely should have washed it. Just want like a thin layer. Nothing too crazy here. I like that. It gives it a homogeneous feeling. Homogeneous. It's a very hard word to say. Homogeneous. Obviously this looks a bit weird now with the brown and this dark gray. I want to see what happens if I do this. Do we like that? I think so. Yeah, I'm really liking this. Imagine this covered with plants, and in the bottom I want to have some botanicals. So we're going to have a little black water style in the water section. The next thing I want to do is to add this plant right in this hole. Yes, yes, yes! The water will trickle down here, the water will trickle down here, the water will trickle down there, the water will trickle down there, the water will trickle down there. Here behind it, there's a little pocket where I'm going to put some soil with more plants that are going to climb. I'm going to have plants everywhere.
Before we end the video, we're gonna visit a super cool plant store called Plant That Plant. Run by a cool guy called Oscar. This store is filled with exotic plants, and I love the vibe here. Always good music, he even has a smoke machine.
How's it going? I got a beautiful visit by Terraco Man, and I got such a nice task of pulling together some plants. So here we got a few climbers. We got a medium silver, which got this really nice blue touch to it, grayish. We got a baby Philodendron atabapoense, also silver. I'm kind of a sucker for silvery plants. So this will also be a climber. We got 2 baby Philodendron verrucosums that will get this insanely nice velvety shine and also a bit red touch to it as it climbs in the backdrop. And then the Monstera obliqua from Peru. It will get very nice perforations and holes as it climbs as well. I threw in Philodendron melanochrysum. This is kind of a cranky plant when it's outside of the terrarium, but inside of the terrarium I think it will be doing great. Got a few bigger plants here for you to put around the terrarium, Paludarium as well. This velvety climber, Philodendron micans, and also the nut velvety climber, Philodendron hydraceum. And both of them love to climb, but they will also do perfectly just hanging around. And then to have some other bit of texture to it, here is two maiden ferns. And I think this is a perfect starter kit for your beautiful. It is a Paludarium. It's not. Okay, sweet. So yeah, thank you so much for the support, and it will be such a pleasure to follow the growth of the Paludarium.
So that's all for today. Next time we're gonna add the plants, finalize the hardscape, we're gonna add the misting system, and finally Leo himself. I even went all the way to Hungary to visit Green Aqua to get some inspiration.